Alright, how we looking here? What's going on? Connection seems to say it's alright, which I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought I was gonna deal with Wi-Fi issues this morning. I'm at the fitness center. What's going on, guys? It's definitely cold here. It's 9 degrees. Oh no, that's the low today. 16. Flew back and forgot keys. No, I'm out in Colorado. Doing good, doing good. I'm in Breckenridge, Breckenridge, and then Vail tomorrow. Technology works out west too. Yeah, trader, you can never trust these people out west. Coinbase is dropping right now. That's good. I'm still short. All right, so today is not going to be a full live stream. I'll tell you that much. Definitely going to be less than what we usually do. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do like a half an hour. Half an hour. Do the futures levels. And a few names, but nothing extensive. I'm not spending my whole day here, but I figured I'd come on the stream, have a little fun with you guys, try out the mobile setup, and look at a few stocks. All right, let's get started. Why not? Press the like button, subscribe to the channel, mobile video, mobile live stream. Pretty cool. There's a lot less people here though. I wonder if there's a reason for that. I don't know if I don't know if the notification went out to everyone, or I don't know. Maybe my thing's just not updating. Anyways, let's just get started. Pop this open real quick. 1 second. Pop out the chat. Hide this. Alright. Here we go. I'm trying to read your comments. Yeah, there is a little air conditioning noise in the background, so sorry if that's annoying. But if you're here, come hang out. Come do a little live stream action. Alright, let's pull up the economic calendar. And let's get that on the docket first. Economic calendar. And then we're really just going to focus on the futures today, because there's a major level that was broken today on the S&P 500 that has to be paid attention to today. This is the most important thing you could look at today. Is the S&P 500 futures. All right. So right here, today's Friday, right? Friday, March 24th. Durable goods. I don't really expect that to do much. I lost the live chat. Damn it. Where'd it go? Hold on now. There it is. I gotta keep that live chat up front. So durable goods orders most important, I believe. Or not. I'm sorry. Not the most important, but the S&P 500 levels are most important. But we can take a look at this economic calendar. You got Bullard at 9:30, which is right at market open. So that's a little interesting. Having Bullard speak right at market open could be a little bit of a downside. The volume's low. Turn it on up. McCann, I'm not going to start yelling. Turn it on up. Turn those speakers up, my friend. Fed President Bullard speaking 9:30, PMI 9:45, manufacturing PMI 9:45 as well. So services PMI, manufacturing PMI, Bullard. So you do have some pretty good stuff, some pretty heavy stuff in the first 15. So maybe wait for a few minutes, wait first 15, see what the economic move is. I think that's probably the right move this morning. All right. Now, the big thing that I think we all need to be paying attention to today, guys, is this break back under 39.70. The break back under 39.70 is very, very important. This should not, you should not look for upside today if the market is trading under 39.70. There's really just no bullish reason, in my opinion here. You broke back under this rejection point, this rejection point, this rejection point, the support. This is from FOMC at 39.70. You held the 39.70 support. Yesterday, you held the 39.70 support intraday. And this morning, you are flushing below 39.70. There is no reason to be bullish if the S&P 500 is below 39.70 today. That is a major break. That is back below this double bottom low from Wednesday, Thursday. It is back below this triple top high from last week. Yeah, I mean, you just got to look at that and say, okay, I mean, it's very clear that the bears are going to be in control if you are under 39.70. So that's how I'm going to approach today. I might not have much time to trade today, but that is how I would approach today. If you are below 39.70, do not look for upside. There's obviously upside opportunity. It's always possible, but I like to structure my days looking for one direction based off X. So if X is this, then I'm looking for downside, right? So for me, if I was approaching today, I would say if S&P 500 is under 39.70, if this is this, then I'm looking for this. And if the S&P is under 39.70, I don't have a single interest in playing upside, because all it is a very bearish breakdown. It's a very heavy breakdown. That is how I would approach today. I think that is the most important thing you could possibly pay attention to today, is what does the S&P 500 do if it bounces back into 39.70. Now, that doesn't just mean you can short the market and close your eyes today, right? That's not what that means, because you have to keep an eye on maybe this uptrend here, which has held since these lows. So you have a low here, higher low, and you're sort of trading at it today, possibly breaking it as we speak. All right. Now, what also is here? All right. What else is at this level? It's the 200 SMA. You guys can see right here, 39.50, 200 SMA sitting right here. It attempted to hold this morning, or it still is sort of attempting to hold. So if we zoom in here, this is the 200 SMA right now on the S&P 500 futures. Support, 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 and it just broke below it in the last 5 minutes. So if the S&P 500 turns this into a rejection, that's even more of a reason to look for downside, right? If you turn this level now into a rejection point and you start to see 39.50 rejections, there's absolutely no reason to be looking for upside again, right? It just does not make logical sense. You have to think larger picture on the intraday. Like, if you see like, oh, I can maybe buy a little call here for like a 5-point scalp off 39.10. Well, what's the point, right? Why are you taking that trade? Because you think you can get a little bounce here. You're trying to buy a dip, right? Think about the larger picture. Do you really think it's smart to buy calls under the 200 SMA, under 39.70? Do you really need to go for a 10-point scalp on the ES? What's the point, right? It does not make sense. I see a lot of people do that. And I don't really get it. Because if you just think larger picture, it's like, why am I bullish if the ES is under 39.70, broke the 200, broke the 100 SMA, broke the 20 SMA, broke a huge level, and now is breaking below the 200 SMA, right? I'm just not fond of like little 5-point scalps trying to scalp little bounces today. I would think about the larger picture and think about the short side under 39.70, under 39.50. Keep an eye on those levels today. If we go to the 4-hour chart, right? Is this just a huge bear flag? Yeah, it absolutely could be. This looks like maybe just a disastrous bear flag right here. Little 4-hour chart, right? I mean, that's that's pretty resemblant of a bear flag. It looks pretty ugly, not gonna lie. Let me remove these drawings. I mean, that's pretty resemblant of a bear flag in my eyes. If you're under 39.70 today, if you're under the 200 SMA today, there's just absolutely no reason to look for upside, in my opinion. And I would target maybe this 3900 low, right? Maybe this 3900 low if it really does continue, right? If we really get that continuation move. So that's what I'm watching on the ES. This right here outlines my whole day, right? Yeah, that's true, man. Dushanbe. If there's ever a day to press the like button, I mean, I'm out here. My friends are sleeping. I could be sleeping. It woke up at 5 o'clock in Breckenridge to come hang out with you guys. I mean, I'm just gonna start banning people. I'm gonna create a bot. I'm gonna create a bot that tells me who doesn't like the live stream, and I'm just gonna start banning them. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so ES 39. Really, the 200 SMA is at 39.40, isn't it? Yeah, the 200 SMA is not at 39.50, but that is rejecting this morning. But yeah, 200 SMA 39.70. All right. All right, NASDAQ. So 12.8. You guys can see right here, 12.8 on the NQ. You have this previous high here. You have this previous high here. You have this previous low right here. You have this previous low right here. You guys can see, and again, another previous low at 12.8. So you have multiple levels at 12.8, right? Rejection, support, and support. What are we doing this morning, right? What are we doing this morning? We are under 12.8. If we are under 12.8, why are we looking for upside, right? That would be the thing that I would approach today's. That would be my idea when I open the day, right? If I'm seeing the NASDAQ trading under this low right here, under this low right here, if I see the NASDAQ trading under this low and trading under that 1-hour wick low at 12.8, and you can see it just turned into a rejection right now. Look at that rejection that just came in over the last 20 minutes. Why look for upside if you're below that 12.8 level? Alright, that's how I would approach the day. Just being able to say, okay, if NQ is this, I don't want to be looking for upside. If NQ is below 12.8, I'm not going to buy calls back into this supply. Right? It's too, you don't want to be sweaty in these trades. This is what I talked to the Discord chat about. This is a sweaty trade, right? Playing upside back in the 12.8 is sweaty. You're not going to be able to trust it. You're not going to know whether it's going to break 12.8. You're not going to know how many points you can grab, right? It's a sweaty trade to try to play upside back into these supplies. So why not just say, okay, if it's under 12.8, let's see if it stays below. Maybe we'll look for the 12.8 supply rejections to come in, right? And then play that downside into that 12.7. So if I go out to the 30, you guys can see right here, this 12.7 low, 12.7 low, and then sort of the low from yesterday, but it didn't get quite down as much as that. Is what I would be looking for. Let me remove these drawings. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, it's like we like these technicals, right? I like doing these technicals, but board speaking at 9:30 could sort of mess everything up. But at least we can prepare ourselves as much as we can. So on the NQ today, guys, I would say 12.8 is your supply this morning if you stay below it, and your demand is down at 12.7. Now, I will say this about the NASDAQ. The ES this morning is the weakest because of the banks, right? Deutsche Bank is having problems, and you're seeing some downside on the S&P because of Deutsche Bank. The NASDAQ has not been easy to short, so keep that in mind. The NASDAQ has held these demands pretty well, right? It's been pretty resilient down here in this 12.7 area. So just be a little cautious of that. Maybe the short side on the ES is better today, right? Because you can just, take advantage of bank weakness. So you might be able to short side the ES better than the NQ, because the NQ it's been resilient. It's been resilient, and it has not given up easily. So just be a little bit, just understand that if you are to short the market, just know that the NASDAQ is not going to be as fun on the downside as the ES would be. It's been holding up really well. So to recap real quick, 12.8, right? Look for rejections there. 12.7, watch out for that demand, and then just a very clear supply rejection up here at 12.950, right? Rejections. On the ES, I mean, this is a pretty nice looking flag break. It'd be nice to see this follow through. All right, it'd be nice to see this follow through. So I would like to see maybe a 39.70 retest rejection, something like this would be very nice. Maybe we just slide under the 200 and turn it into a rejection and see this. Really, ultimately, my target here is back to the 3,900 level on the ES, right? So very nice weakness on the ES this morning. I'm looking ultimately for this move into that 3,900, right? This low, this low, this low, this low. Looks like it's a potential downside move into that level. All right. Alrighty. Remove drawing. It's a little bit slower to remove drawings on a laptop. Alright. So that's the ES. It could be because I'm on the laptop, it's a smaller screen. Yeah. It's because it's a smaller screen, Keith. All right, let's go to SPY, yeah, and we'll get into some levels on some individual stocks. But look at the break on the SPY here. Look at the break on the SPY here. All right, very, 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 very Control Z. Oh, to undo. Yeah. Right, 393. Look at this. Rejections all right here. Rejections right here. Rejections right here. Rejections or support right here, and then bam, right through. Right through it. Little uptrend. Maybe a little flag you can draw here. It's around this general, right around there. Right. Support, and what did we do this morning? We broke the 50, we broke the 20, we broke the 100, we broke the 200. We're breaking the flag. We're back below this supply. Right, we're back below this level. This has to turn into a red supply now because we are trading back below it. Right, this is not a great look. Right, Control Z. Oh God, I just undid the red color. So yeah, I mean, look at the SPY here. You are back below this major top here at 394, 393. You are back and breaking below this little bottom that formed here, and a big break below that flag. That I don't see the reason you would look for upside, right? In this case, right? Why would you look for upside? The upside had to come in above 393. You had to do a break and retest of this level, right? A break and a retest, and then a hold above it for upside. But you are slipping below it, so I really don't like that for upside momentum, right? I would have wanted to see us hold this right here for that upside momentum to start to come in. But we have broken back below that demand. and now we are turning it into a potential supply level at 393 right here. So keep an eye on that today, 393. If you get a pop into that level, be cautious, right? Maybe Bullard says something really bullish, and the market goes straight up this morning, and then everyone starts buying calls at supply, and they're not paying attention to levels, and then bam, in your face, right? That is very possible, right? That stuff happens. Market moves higher on some data. It comes back into a huge supply level. No one's paying attention to it because they're just aimlessly buying calls because the market's going higher, and then you gotta watch out for the supply, right? That supply is big now. It's a big level now, this 393 area. Look at the rejections that came in the past. Look at these major rejections in the past at this level. So, gotta watch that 393 today on the SPY. All right. Apple. I'm sort of thinking Apple, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure Apple has a lot of money in Deutsche Bank, and they're having problems this morning. So I don't know if this is going to put a hurt on Apple. Yesterday I shorted some Apple around 160. I lost on the first trade and then came back and shorted it again at 160 and won very nicely. So a good day for me yesterday shorting Apple off that 160 supply. Today you're coming right back into this 157.60 area, 157.50. This is pretty big right here. So watch out for this little area here on Apple. If you break below this level here, the support, and support, you break that 157.50, you're probably going to come down to that 156. So if you hold it, right, you can either look to see if it breaks below this level and moves into this 156, or is this another demand bounce off 157, right, this previous low, right here and right here. So I would watch Apple today at this 157.60, the previous Thursday and Wednesday's lows. This is also a previous rejection all right here. So this is a very key level for Apple, all right? Rejections into a double bottom support. What happens at this level today? Does it hold or does it break? That's what I would watch on Apple. If I go to the 1 minute chart, we can see, I'm terrified of my Wi-Fi going out here. Yeah, I mean, look at this right here, guys. This is a very clear and obvious level on Apple, right? Look, lows, and you're sitting right at it. So that's a very clean level to play off of today. You see this, right? I'd look for that downside. If you see this and you start to build demand, I'd look for that upside. So very clear level there on Apple that I would pay attention to. All right, that's Apple. NVIDIA. Very toppy, right? NVIDIA's getting a little toppy up here, but again, you just can't short NVIDIA at these days because it just doesn't go down. But NVIDIA, without a doubt, is getting very toppy up here at 275, right? Rejections, little triple top setting in. It's definitely clearly heavy. Do you get a short opportunity? That's the main question, right? Do you actually get a short opportunity here? Or are you just going to get, in disbelief by what NVIDIA does? Because I've continued to be in disbelief on these moves. But it does look pretty heavy up here at this 275. It could be a level to play off of. I would say you probably could be able to retest this 264, right? I think that's a pretty very easy level to see get retested right down here, right? So I would look for the NVIDIA downside. You just got to understand that it's the strongest stock on the market right now, and if you're trying to short the strongest stock on the market, it's just not a good time sometimes. You're just going to be sweaty. It's a sweaty trade, right? I don't like sweaty trades. I stay away from sweaty trades. I like certainty, right? I like market direction. I like stocks that are moving with the market. I like, or strength with a strong market, weakness with a weak market. I like to catch those things that are really moving with the market. But something like NVIDIA that's just been resilient as hell, even though the market's been is just not something I'm going to try to short against. I think it'll come, right? I think there's going to be a time where NVIDIA gives up this strength, but as of right now, yeah, you could short shares. I'm not going to get squeezed out of NVIDIA shares. It just, to me, doesn't make sense to short yet. I mean, look at this. Right? I mean, that's your uptrend. The opportunity will come, but I don't know if it's yet. But this is definitely starting to get interesting. That's basically what I'm saying. This is starting to get. This is probably your first time that you've seen a pretty major triple top like this on NVIDIA. So watch that 275. Look for a move into 264. Right, that's this previous high, and then 260, 264, 260 is where I'd see the moves into. AMD, yeah, AMD is very similar as well, right? You can see that supply up here at 101, right? You can see that rejection here, very nice supply up there. Again, though, right, be careful shorting into 98. This is a previous high, so this could hold. 98 could hold, so be careful there. If you break 98, you got to watch out for 96, all right, because 96 is held in the past. So you still have some of these demands below. But I definitely could, you know, for someone that's looking to short these, I get it, right? I get it. Trust me, I get it. There definitely will be a shot, I think. Let me turn this red. AMD has been like just nasty in intraday. It's been like just mean. Those upside moves are just like straight up and very, very aggressive. So rejections, 100, 101, watch 98, watch 96 on AMD. Let's go Meta, because Meta's a little strong this morning. Yeah, Meta's strong this morning, but I'm sort of interested to see if this level rejects again. This 206, 207, right? Unless the market's strong, right? So you got this rejection here, you got this rejection here, you got a pretty major rejection here, and you're pushing into that level again this morning. So is this a breakout, right? Does this break 208 area and continue higher? Do you get a 208 breakout for a big squeeze, or does this create a little bit of a triple top here on Meta? Again, strength has been good, right? Uptrend has been strong, so be careful shorting into that kind of trend. Let me just delete these arrows. I'm going to zoom in here on Meta and look at the last few days. So I would just say, right, if you're coming into today looking at Meta, you just got to watch out for this, right? This rejection here, and you're trading right below it as of right now. So sure, Meta might look strong, but do you want to get entries here? Right? Is this really where you want your long entries to be? If you're going to try to long Meta, I would look for like a pullback to 202, maybe something along these lines here, right? Back to this demand here. If you really want to long Meta, you look for like this 202 pullback, right? Or you look for that 200 pullback, maybe that Psych 200 level. But I would not start to formulate long entries at this triple top here. Supply demand, right? The concepts of supply demand, this just does not make sense to long into where we rejected yesterday and into where we rejected on Wednesday. So just be careful on Meta. I know it's up this morning, but it's a tough. It would be. I'll just talk to you as if I'm talking to myself when I'm trading. I would never long something right here. Like if we opened at 206, I'm not going to start longing Meta at a double top supply, right? So just watch out for that. Look for maybe that pullback to that 202 to get a better risk reward. Tesla. Yeah, look what Tesla's doing at 193, right? Tesla is now turned 193 back into a rejection point. That is very important. So, what is 193? Let me remove this drawing. So, 193 we were talking about last week, or earlier this week. 193 here, 193 here, 193 here, and 193 right there. So, you guys can see, if we look at 193, look at what it's doing this morning. You tried to pop back into 193 yesterday. You turned it into a rejection all after hours. Little bit of attempt to get above it at 193 here, and boom. So this is the same thing, like the bigger picture idea, right? This is when it comes down to having that bigger picture idea. In my mind, if Tesla is below 193, I'm trying to get this chart better for you here. If Tesla is back below this major low here, 193, all these 193 lows, if it's back below it and turning it into a rejection, it's hard for me to be bullish because that is a big rejection that just came in. So watching that 193 today, excuse me. um, this is where I'd watch for support to step in. Right here. So I'm going to watch 193 today. Delete that. Right here. I'd watch 193. See what happens at that level. If this rejects, again, I would look for that move into the 185. Right? That's what I'd look for. So 193, 185, 186. Also, you could watch that 20 SMA. Right? A little bit of support there at 189, 20 SMA. That is something you could monitor, right? Because look at what it did yesterday. So I would probably want to keep that on my screen as well. You can see right here, Tesla, 188, 189, 20 SMA. That could be a nice little support area, so watch out for that. If you are short Tesla, right, just be careful of that level there. So 193, 186, right, and then the 20 SMA there. Yeah, Netflix was big yesterday, right? Very big move on Netflix. This is, I was sort of looking for this to happen, but yeah, this one got away from me a little bit. I was really considering, like, a couple weeks ago just buying a swing trade on Netflix because basically just believing in this retest. You guys can see right here, demand on the 4-hour. Looking to see if this would hold. Nice move on Netflix, right? That's a pretty big, that's a monster move. Let me go out to the hourly here. So here on Netflix, you can see we are back above 316. So we are back above 316. You can see support, rejections, and then right there 316 yesterday. Look what 316 did yesterday. It held very nicely, and it's the 100 SMA as well. So today, right, if Netflix is above 316, it goes both ways. Right, if Netflix is above 316, if it's above the 100 SMA and it's above this previous high, we can't look to short this. So this now has to turn green. We got to delete this, and we got to turn this green because this is now turning into a potential demand level on Netflix. Right, if we are back above this 316, we cannot look to short back into this low, this high, and now we held it yesterday. So look for 316 to hold today on Netflix for potentially more upside. That's what I would look for. You cannot short Netflix in 316. If it gets back below 316, turns it back into a rejection, then maybe. All right, I got one more, and then I'm gonna go back to the room, guys. I just wanted to get in here real quick, go over a few names. We went over Apple, went over Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, Meta, Netflix. Let's go over what was big yesterday. Let me think. What else was big yesterday? We'll just go over. Let's check out Microsoft. Not really doing anything. Yeah, I just gotta. It's because I can make it better at my house. It's because this is on a laptop, so it's much more condensed, so you can probably see everything a lot better. How many people we got here? Wow, we got 1,400 people here. 1,400 people here. I'm in Colorado at 5:30 a.m. live streaming on YouTube, and we still can't get 1,000 likes. That is piss poor. That is piss poor. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a live stream here. Hopefully it helped you prepare a little bit. We can go over the ES again real quick for anyone that's jumping in late, and then we're getting out of here because we can't even get 1,000 likes on the live stream. So 5-minute chart, bear flag on the ES still looks pretty good to me, right? You guys can see right here. Bear flag on the ES. Breaking below 39.70 is huge. That's major. You guys can see right here. So you have previous. Can this just remove? Whatever. You guys can see rejections, support, and we are back below that level. So we broke below 39.70. That is bearish, right? Hector's out of here. See you later, Hector. How do I take him out? Tashumbi, take Hector out of the chat, please. I got it. Oh, I'm having a good time. All right, 3970. Watch for the rejections there today. I'm out of here. Good luck today. Press the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you don't like to press the like button, don't come back. I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.